What's up, guys? Welcome to Cloud Gaming X. I'm Sunny, and today I'm bringing you guys another Sunny Stadia news video, as well as a channel update, so stick around towards the end so you guys can hear about that. But today's news is about extra buddy passes for the founders to give away. Google and Epic Games are feuding. Google giving out Premier Editions for free. An official response to Borderlands 3, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Dragonball Z XenoUniverse coming to Stadia, as well as an Nba2k career bug on Stadia that is deja vu from that Final Fantasy 15 bug. All that and more in this video, so let's get started. And if you guys can hit that like button and sub to the channel if you're brand new and you're looking for more Stadia content. But to get started, if you guys haven't heard this news already or haven't seen it already in your app, the founders are receiving an additional buddy pass to give away. And if you can't tell, Google is trying to get Stadia in the hands of a lot more people, and for good reason, because, well, this platform works brilliantly. But right now they're trying to combat also a lot of negative press, and even some of the most hardened Stadia supporters are having a hard time defending the platform right now. So well done here from Google, and I hope to continue to see stuff like this. Now, if you're wondering what you can do with your buddy pass, you actually have several options. You can actually sell this on eBay and make at least 20 or more bucks right now. Another thing you guys can do is actually go to the Stadia Reddit and give it away to someone there, or go to the official Stadia Discord, and there's people who are definitely looking for a buddy pass. I also am going to have a form down below if you guys are interested in giving it to us, and what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and redistribute those buddy passes during live streams and during the podcast and things like that, even on our official Twitter as well. So if you're wondering what to do, you actually have quite a few options outside of you if you don't have like a friend or a family member to give it away to. But either way, I'm very glad that Google's doing this and they're trying to get this in the hands of more people. So kudos to them on another positive thing, and I hope to see a lot more positive stuff like this going forward. Now, the second bit of news that I have here is a little bit old, but it ties into what I just kind of mentioned a second ago, and that is that Google gave away a ton of Premier Editions to people who attended the Cinemark theaters around the country, and they watched the Game Awards on top of their movie right afterwards, which I think ended up being Jumanji. They were given codes right after that were to redeem the Premier Edition, so they ended up getting the Chromecast Ultra, the controller, and the free months of Pro status. So this was really cool thing to see, and man, I wish I had any sort of like idea something like this was going to happen, because I would have happily sat in that movie theater for 5 hours plus to grab one of these codes, but because I don't have the white controller, so I think that would have been really cool. But this is a really good thing. Google is trying to get this into the hands of as many people as they can. So hopefully, if there's anything like this in the future, we can kind of sniff it out, and maybe they'll do something like this again. So this was good to see, and once again, kudos to Google for getting this out there and getting this in people's hands. So this caught my attention. When I woke up today, I ended up seeing something that really excited me. The official Stadia Twitter handle posted in Italian, responding to a user by saying, "Hi, by the end of 2019, the games Borderlands 3, Darksiders Genesis, Dragonball Z XenoUniverse 2, and Ghost Recon Breakpoint will be available. We will publish more news in our social networks. Greetings and have a nice day." Now, we have been hearing for quite some time now that Borderlands 3 was going to come out by the end of the year, and now we're only just a few weeks away from that date, and we haven't heard a peep. But hearing about Ghost Recon Breakpoint and Dragon Ball XenoUniverse 2 coming by the end of the year is really exciting for me personally. People right now have been clamoring and wanting to hear more about more games coming out, and these three are pretty big ones in my opinion, and they're going to steal some hours of my time away for sure. So I hope that this official Twitter post is true. This really wasn't an announcement, but more of them responding to someone, so this wasn't like this big thing, but I still hope that this ends up being true, and I personally want to play all three of these titles, so I'm excited. And when I hear something more official and we hear about official dates, I will definitely post it here on the channel, so stay tuned on that. So this next piece of news is very highly interesting, because I've been advocating for Fortnite to be on Stadia for quite some time now, and it's not because I like Fortnite. I actually hate Fortnite with an absolute passion, but I think it would be good for the platform to get a ton of people on here and a lot of eyes on here, even if a lot of those are the younger audience. But to put a long story short, Epic doesn't want to pay that standard 30% fee to be on the Play Store. Epic thinks this is way too much, and they want to bypass it, and they have filed for a special exemption. Interestingly enough, though, They haven't done the same on the Apple Store. So I'm not hearing any noise in that realm, despite them also having the same fees. Now, Epic has already been trying to get around this all with their own Epic's game app. They've been trying to bypass this fee for quite some time now, but Google disagrees with Epic and thinks that 30% is absolutely fair. And they've even given a list as to why, saying that they promote the app and it helps with discovery, they provide security, and a host of other things. Now, as far as Stadia, this does concern me a little bit. Does this mean that Google and Epic Games don't get along? Will this possibly affect seeing Fortnite on Stadia itself? I have to say, none of this really gives me a ton of confidence, and I hope that this isn't affecting their relationship when it comes to having it on the Stadia platform itself, because frankly, having a game like this on Stadia would bring a ton of eyes if they could make that happen. But I was already pretty skeptical of something like Fortnite being on Stadia anyways, and this has just made that thought process a ton more worse. Now, what's also interesting to note is that Steam takes a 30% cut as well, so this is pretty standard practice. Now, we're not really debating whether it's that 30% is fair or not, but either way, this is something it is pretty standard, and I will be following this, and I will update you guys as I hear more about this in the coming weeks and months. And the next piece of news we have here is yet another lame NBA 2K20 bug, and no, I am not talking about that update thing. I saw Eddie on Twitter. He had posted that he had a corrupted save file and that he was unable to access his career. If you guys don't know who Eddie is, he's a friend of the channel. He has his own YouTube channel called Stadia Player One, so check him out if you're interested. But I noticed that he wasn't the only one that's had this issue, because I've seen it before, and so I went ahead and I dived deeper into this to see if there was other people, like a lot more people other than the few that I already seen, and there has been a ton of people. So essentially, people are putting in tons of hours into the career. They're spending 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 hours, and they're getting this corrupted save file. Not only that, people are even spending money on VC, which is just another currency where you put points in your character and it makes their character higher overall, and that is extra money that they're putting into the career, not on top of the hours, and they're getting these save file issues. Now, this is terrible because there's already an update issue, an update bug. When you load up into NBA 2K20, you got to deal with an update every single time, and this can take a couple minutes. So there's a ton of issues with this game. And when it comes to these file save issues, I had reported about Final Fantasy 15 having a very similar bug. Now, it looked like maybe Google was the entity behind the issue, because they had reported that the bug was fixed, and Square Enix at the time was pointing the finger at Google, and Google had pointed it back. So we never quite figured out on whose end it ended up being on. But I'm mentioning this because it could be on Google's end in terms of the NBA 2K20 bug, but I kind of doubt it, because this is something that I've heard of happen on other platforms as well. But it seems to happen even more on Stadia from what I can tell, and it looks like quite a few people are reporting this same bug. Now, it's not just one or two people, so in the end, what I can say is, since the official response from Google is to actually contact 2K, my thought is just don't buy this game. I hope to see that this game ends up being free down the line for Stadia, for the Stadia Pro members, but I hope that if that does happen, that they end up fixing these ridiculous nonsense and these issues. I've also even reviewed 2K in full depth on another channel, a full review of it, and overall this has been the worst 2K in many years. So I would say don't even bother buying this game. Don't look at it until these problems are at least fixed, and I hope that if it does come to the free base, which I'm kind of predicting it will at some point, I'm hoping that these bugs are all fixed. So 2K is trash. It's trash. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for the Stadia news. I do have a channel update, so stick around. Now, some of you guys have been asking when we're giving away the Founders Edition that we have, and we're going to give that away in the coming months leading to the free version, but we decided we will be giving it to a Patreon supporter or member here on YouTube. So the more months you're a Patreon supporter or member, you're entered in a raffle, and you get more tickets the longer you support leading up to that giveaway. But if you end up stopping at any point and you've been a member or Patreon supporter in the past, you're still in that raffle for the future date. Now, also on top of that, if you guys sign up for the Patreon for the $5 tier and up, we'll be giving you guys a $5 Google Play card, or the $10 tier for members on YouTube, and that's because YouTube takes more than half the cut. So if you've already signed up for those, which some of you guys already have, expect a $5 Google Play card here soon. There's also some extra added benefits on those tiers, so check those out as well. So we absolutely appreciate the support, because every dollar that you guys give us we put right back directly into this channel, like better equipment and just better quality overall. And if you can't afford anything like this, do not worry. We're not about taking money here on this channel. We're just trying to give back to those who support a little bit extra, and those who just are subs. We appreciate you guys as well. Just clicking on our videos, liking our videos, and being subbed to the channel is really all the support that we can ever ask for. We appreciate every single one of you guys, and those subbed to the channels, we're going to be giving away Google Play cards and buddy passes on our live streams and on our podcasts. So definitely check those out. And I want to go ahead and say thank you guys again for watching and being a supporter of this channel, whether you're a sub or a Patreon or a member, any sort of whatever you are, we definitely appreciate. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any questions or if you guys have any takes on today's news, as we covered a lot today. I'll be responding to those personally here on YouTube in the comment section below, so let me know your guys' thoughts. That's going to be it for me, guys. I'm Sunny here at Cloud Gaming X, and like always, I hope you guys all have a sunny day.